So welcome once again, and we are on page 7, page 7 of Creative Transformation book, the last sutra on this page. If the person cannot hear the loud voice of the person beside him or the loud voice of the people around him, how can he hear the whisper of the soul? Let's read the next sutra also. When you do your spiritual practice, don't forget your awareness. Okay, this actually is taken from the achieving oneness on the higher soul. Actually, not taken from that, but something similar to that, Master has said in his book, Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul. You know, this book. So here, when he's talking about the process of meditation and, stillness and this, that, and so on, he explains that the word meditation, has become a very elastic word. Different people use it to mean different things. जो meditation शब्द है ना, उससे लोगों के बड़े-बड़े अलग-अलग meanings होते हैं. So he has explained what it means and what it does not mean. So one of the things he says is that meditation is dhyana. It is not concentration. Concentration means you fix your mind, all your mental energy on one thing and one thing only. Have you noticed sometimes you are in deep concentration and somebody comes close to you and asks you something. Now your ears have heard what that person said, but your mind has not registered. So you say, sorry, what did you say? Why do you have to do that? Because you are concentrating so hard, your awareness has reduced. So there is a difference between concentration and awareness. In Master Choa's teachings, he gives great emphasis on awareness. He calls it dhyana. Dhyana. So, in all his meditations, he never says concentrate on this. He says be aware of this. Yeah. And what the second sutra is telling us is that in your meditation practice, developing awareness, developing dhyana is more important. And if you are in the Arhatic Yoga school, you are aware of the meditation Arhatic Dhyan. And that actually all meditations by Master Choa are helpful in developing awareness, but specifically and especially the meditation called Arhatic Dhyan. That is very, very helpful in developing and expanding our awareness. All right. Next sutra. Actually, let's read the next two sutras. To a large extent, spiritual development is energy. When the energy changes, people change. So again, it's terrific that Master is able to say very, very powerful, very, very deep things so easily and so simply. Actually, when the name of the book is Sutra, Lotus Sutra, so the word Sutra itself implies that every line will have deep meaning. Yeah. That is, Sutra is a Sanskrit or a Hindi word, and that is one of the meanings of it. It is like a formula. If you expand it, it releases lot of information. तो मास्टर यहाँ पे क्या कह रहे हैं कि काफी हद तक आध्यात्मिक प्रगति जो है वो एनर्जी से संबंधित है, और इट इज एनर्जी, और जब एनर्जी बदलती है हम बदलते हैं. You see, it's interesting to get into the science of this. You are aware we have the aura. So all our thoughts, all our emotions, what we call our personality, हमारा जो व्यक्तित्व है, उसके सारे पहलू, all aspects of our personality are present in energy form in our energy body, which we also call the aura. And I keep talking about this book, Man Visible Invisible. उसके अंदर उन्होंने सीरीज ऑफ पिक्चर्स दिखाई हैं कि जैसे जैसे हम स्पिरिचुअल प्रैक्टिसेस करते हैं हमारे अंदर बदलाव आता है, वो एनर्जी में, हमारी ऑरा में कैसे रिफ्लेक्ट होता है. And if you have been on the erratic path or you have been doing spiritual practices for some time, have you not noticed changes in yourself? And you see, in the psychotherapy class, Master Choa ने समझाया है कि every chakra has psychological functions. Yes, people who have done psychotherapy class, I hope you remember, every chakra has psychological functions. In fact, एक शॉर्टकट में बोलूं मैं तो योर पर्सनैलिटी इज नथिंग एल्स बट द एनर्जी ऑफ योर चक्रास. Your behavior, your thought process, your attitudes, your everything is determined by the energy of your chakras. Now, when we say energy of the chakras, then we know that the energy of the chakras can be changed. We know pranic healing, right? So, if you will change the energy of the chakras, your personality will change. As you will progress spiritually, the energy of the chakras will change. And hence, we will change. I don't know how long you have been on the spiritual path, but if you have been for some time, you may have already noticed changes in yourself. So I got into Arhatic Yoga in 2005, and I can say, and my immediate family will support me, that I have changed. I have changed quite a bit. And why I have changed? Because the energy of my chakras, the energy in my aura has changed. You see, that is why pranic healing is so important. Learning pranic healing, spreading pranic healing. जितने लोग pranic healing सीखते हैं, वो इस sentence को समझ सकते हैं. Without the knowledge of pranic healing, it may be difficult. But once you understand pranic healing, especially if you have done the psychotherapy class, then you will understand. So that is why pranic healing is very important, because it enables us to understand energy. It enables us to understand the aura. It enables us to understand chakras. We can now understand the physical, psychological, spiritual functions of the chakras. We can understand ki what is seen of the physical body. There is another body which is closer to the real you. You understand? So that is why, and that is why sometimes we say that pranic healing is a bridge to spirituality. So it is not ऐसा कोई बहुत it is not a fanciful saying. It is a very, very accurate saying that pranic healing is a bridge to spirituality. Okay. All right, let's move forward. Activation of the heart and crown is one of the fastest paths to spiritual development. I think अगर आपने twin heart meditation किया है, you already know this, right? This is the key or the secret to the twin heart meditation. Why it is so effective? Why you feel so nice after that? You know? So, I mean, we know that spirituality is closely related with the crown chakra. And now another function of the crown chakra is it is related to intuition. तो जब आपका क्राउन चक्रा बड़ा होता है, आपकी इंट्यूशन इंप्रूव होती है, यू गो बियॉन्ड मेंटल एबिलिटी, है ना. ऑटोमेटिकली और इंस्टिंक्टिवली यू विल नो दिस इज राइट, दिस इज रॉन्ग, ये जरूरी है, ये गैर जरूरी है, एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. The other thing that happens when your crown is developed is that, you see, heart is more related to love for people around us, है ना, family, friends, वगैरह वगैरह. So when your crown will develop, this love will transcend just your immediate family. मैंने सिर्फ नजदीकी लोग नहीं, आपको पूरे संसार के लिए, सबके लिए आपको प्रेम जागृत होने लगता है. Whether you like it or not, that is what will start happening. But, and that is really a mark of spiritual development. But for that, first the heart chakra needs to be activated. है ना, ऐसा बोलते हैं charity begins at home. So development also, love for people also begins with people around you. You have to start with that. An interesting song from my childhood. इंसान से भागे फिरते हो या संसार से भागे फिरते हो, भगवान को तुम क्या पाओगे. I don't know if you've heard the song, but do look it up on YouTube. It's an old Hindi film जिसमें this woman is telling this sadhu कि if you cannot love humans, how would you love God? Yeah. And another aspect of this, I'm just trying to show you different aspects of how the activation of heart and crown is a fast way to spiritual development. When your crown, heart and crown both are activated, there is a tremendous downpour of divine energy. And when that happens, it flushes out, it throws out negative thoughts and negative emotions. Right? So purification happens almost automatically. Master has given another clue. He says if you really want intense purification, when you sit down for twin heart meditation, before that you create an intention, you do an invocation. You say, I want thorough cleansing of my aura, thorough cleansing of my chakras. Maybe there is some weakness, you specifically say, this weakness, I want it to be disintegrated and flushed out. Try that. All right, shall we go on? I see a question. I'll come back to that in a little while, in a few minutes. As you spiritually progress more, then you have to do more service. Okay, very interesting. So the purpose of life is spiritual development. But what is the purpose of spiritual development? Is it so that you can sit in peace and bliss and just bliss out? No, no. Master is very clear. Master Choa very clear. The purpose of spiritual development is so that we can be of greater service to the world. You see, you are aware that there is a spiritual management team which is managing the entire world. Yes, you are aware, angels, devas, the great ones, etc., etc., the various lords, and so on. So they want us to develop so that we can join their team. You see, like we have a personal goal, there is a world goal. The world goal is, the plan for the universe. Have you come across the great invocation? What is the last line? The divine plan may manifest on earth. So that divine plan is what? It is that the entire world evolves, entire world spiritually develops. Are you understanding, or is it too difficult? I hope it is not too difficult. And another aspect of this is that as you spiritually progress, your chakras become bigger, your aura becomes stronger, you have more energy, you have more powers. You remember, yes, last time we talked about siddhis, special powers. Now, Master Choa says something very interesting. He says it is like you have a bigger bus. Now, if in your scooter or in your two-wheeler, you could only take one or two passengers. But when you have a big bus, are you supposed to still take one or two passengers? No, then we have to carry more passengers. What it means? Bigger chakras, do more service. We are being equipped to be of greater service to the world. All right. The last one on this page. When you are tired, you must activate your willpower. Touch your Ajna Chakra, Agnya Chakra, and say, power, power, power. Why touch? Because when you touch or when you tap, slight activation happens. Also, your attention gets focused here. So you see, the background to this is that as you are developing spiritually, there is excuses are not possible. You say, I'm tired. No, then what is the point of spiritual progress? You have to work 24/7 by 365. Really? Then what about sleep? Okay, sleep. Today instead of healing, we'll talk about what to do when you sleep so that you are working even when you are sleeping. So, देखिए, tired means your solar plexus chakra energy is low. So, why Ajna? You see, solar plexus is the lower will. Agna chakra is the higher will. So, basically, when we are doing this, when we are tapping this and saying power, 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 we are invoking to the higher soul. through the Agnya to activate the lower will. If you have done the Lord's Prayer meditation, on each chakra there is a different line. What is the line on the solar plexus? Thy will be done. And there master will explain, may my lower will be under the control of my higher will, of the will of the soul. There's an interesting story about Master Choa, where he was doing something which took a lot of effort, and he didn't give up. He just kept saying Om Namah Shivaya Om. He was very tired, physically very drained, but he just kept saying Om Namah Shivaya Om to activate his will. So that is another way to do that. You can chant Om Namah Shivaya Om, and again you can tap your Agnya, and hopefully it will help you when you are super tired. All right, I think we can end here. I will stop the recording and